first drugs that came out were GLP-1. And again, these were created specifically for type 2 diabetics and for weight loss. Ozempic is a big brand name, just as an example. We call it the appetite whisperer. It regulates hunger at the neural level by activating brain receptors. It slows gastric emptying for natural satiety, reduces food cravings and portion sizes, and promotes sustainable weight loss without making any changes. And so a couple really big things here, and some things that I've seen just studying this. Not only does it regulate hunger at the neural level by activating the brain receptors, they're seeing that it just kind of dulls the cravings in all factors. So that they're actually using microdosing of the GLP-1 for addiction clinics, whether it's alcohol, people that are trying to quit smoking, get off drugs, or even other addictions. And so they're having a lot of success with that. And this, again, is just kind of the beginning of what we've put together here with this amazing Tri-GLP product. But this right here in and of itself is already in 2025 doing tens of billions of dollars on the pharmaceutical side. And that's not counting the nutraceutical side, which for sure is billions and billions and billions of dollars also. They're just probably within 15 miles of my office here in Layton, Utah. There's probably 10 to 20 weight loss clinics selling these GLP-1s. And again, they're selling them with that gray area on not for human consumption research purposes only. And that's just Layton. Layton's the small town here in Utah. If you go on the Wasatch Front, I wouldn't be surprised if there's 50 to 100 plus weight loss clinics, with their number one thing being these GLPs, and the average is about $600 per month. With continuing to research and seeing some of the problems and stuff, even though the people were losing a lot of weight with the GLP-1, because they wasn't changing diet, they wasn't adding protein, they were getting, in fact, less protein because they was eating less food. They, again, wasn't really changing their habits. A lot of the weight that was lost was lean mass. In fact, they're showing on average more than 50% of the weight loss was lean mass, not just fat. And so they started researching a little bit more and getting more into other types of peptides and things that could go along with it. And one of them that was kind of the next thing was GLP-2. They call this the core shield. This helps repair and strengthen intestinal barrier function. So it's starting to heal your gut and help with the digestive system, reduces systematic inflammation throughout the body. And this is a massive thing. Right here, every disease has an inflammatory response. So 100% of diseases have an inflammatory response. And I saw a study years ago, and they were really researching and looking into this and saying, how does this happen? What's going on? Does disease cause inflammation, or does inflammation cause disease? And what they've basically settled on is the inflammation is coming first, and if it's untreated for a long enough period of time and the body stays inflamed, then that's where disease typically happens. And so it's very important for your health and longevity, and as we say with Be Epic, adding more life to your years to control that inflammation. And this is one of the best things that they've seen in reducing inflammation, and this works throughout the entire body. So this is so much more than just a weight loss or a fat loss product. In addition to that, it also enhances nutrient absorption and gut microbiome. So it's kind of working as a turbocharger for all the food that you're eating and all the supplements that you're taking, so that you get better absorption, promotes digestive wellness and immune function. So it also helps with the immune system. And so what the GLP-2 is doing, it's really creating that gut health. It's reducing inflammation throughout the entire body. It's helping with the digestion, and then also with the immune function. And if you can treat the gut and specifically the microbiome in the gut, they're also treating depression, anxiety, all kinds of things by healing the gut. And I know that sounds kind of weird. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this statement, but they say that your stomach or your gut is your second brain. And There's so many living organisms inside of us, whether it's parasites or just all kinds of living organisms. If you don't have that under control, it's literally constantly craving things and signaling your brain, and then your brain is giving you the cravings and things like that. So healing the gut, again, is one of the most important things that you can do for your health, reducing the inflammation, helping strengthen the immune system, and then getting better absorption of the nutrients and things that you do take. So the GLP-2 is also incredible. All of these just by themselves are products that would do tens and tens of billions of dollars all over the world. They're that big of an impact. And then we have GIP. Sorry, I skipped this slide. And GIP is again, it just works synergistically with the others. We call it the metabolic optimizer. It optimizes insulin sensitivity and glucose regulation. Again, this is so important. I would say that the number one health problem worldwide is insulin resistance. That's why you have type 2 diabetes on the rise in virtually every country around the world. Alzheimer's and dementia is on the rise. They're even calling that now type 3 diabetes. And this is all due to insulin resistance. It's not because the body's not creating insulin. It is creating insulin. Insulin's, throughout the body, but it's not doing its job because the body's become resistant to it. And so this helps with insulin sensitivity. And again, that is massive. I really, the more that I learn about these drops, I feel that, everybody probably over about the age of 12 should be at least taking micro doses of this, even if you're not looking for the weight loss, just because the other benefits are that beneficial. Prevents blood sugar spikes and energy crashes, so it helps sustain the energy throughout the day, enhances fat burning and metabolic efficiency. And this is one of the things that the studies showed with this product, the specific product from Norway, the ingredient that we use, the weight loss was pretty much 100% fat loss. So there wasn't losing the lean mass at the same time. And then supports sustained energy and mental clarity. So it actually works as a nootropic. And just in the control group that we got here in the United States, and I know some people in Germany have received the product also, and we have more product going there. And then again, we have a shipment heading on its way to the EU for the 12/12 launch. But we've been hearing all kinds of testimonials covering almost everything that we're talking about here. We've had people have aches and pains go away, people sleeping better, people losing weight, people better mental clarity, the energy, all of the things that we're saying the product is doing. That's exactly the feedback and the testimonials we're getting from the groups that have been using the product. We put it on sale in the US, well, in North America, UK, Australia, New Zealand on 11/11. And so we have, a couple thousand bottles out there that people have been receiving over the last weeks. And then just so far today, since we launched the sale back open, some more countries, some of Eurasia, and then also Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia, and then again in North America, UK, Australia, New Zealand, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of more bottles going out today. So it is something that is creating a lot of excitement. And so what I want to talk specifically about is our product, which we call Tri-GLP, because it works with all three of these GLP pathways. And it truly is a breakthrough in metabolic wellness. One daily drop. Again, the active dose that we recommend is between 4 and 12 drops, really depending on what you're looking to do. But it is designed to help the body shed fat, restore balance, and sustain clean, natural energy all day long. The benefits of this product are really go hand in hand with what we just talked about. So you have that triple action synergy for the appetite control, that's the GLP-1. For the gut healing and complete digestive wellness, that's the GLP-2. And then for the perfect metabolic balance and sustained energy, that's the GIP. And so it really is designed for comprehensive, transformation of the entire body, mind and body. And so that's one of the amazing things is just healing the gut. can help, remove depression, anxiety, cravings, help people get off of addictions, whether it's sugar, whether it's alcohol, whether it's tobacco, other drugs. And the results have just been amazing. I mean, when you really understand what this is capable of doing, it's not that big of a surprise in such a short period of time. It's become the #1 selling pharmaceutical across the world. And as I mentioned, this isn't just me saying this or us saying this as a company. There's the clinical studies that show this. Weight loss was an average of 15 to 25% in body weight reduction. Blood sugar, again, it improved glucose control and HbA1c. The HbA1c is one of the main things that they're really looking at when they're calling somebody type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic. And so to be able to control that HbA1c is massive, and especially when you can do it with a 100% natural product without the side effects. Because what most of the doctors, at least here in the United States, are going to prescribe like metformin or things like that. And that's just another thing. I mean, there's just all kinds of side effects with these synthetic pharmaceuticals. Sustained energy without crashes. Again, that's just so much to do with controlling your blood sugar. And that's what your blood sugar is kind of designed to do, is to help regulate the energy of the body, and also where the nutrients and everything goes with the body. The inflammation, again, systematic reduction throughout the entire body. That again is just massive to help reduce that inflammation. Helps get rid of aches and pains, helps prevent disease, and then also helps work with the immune system for all types of disease or sickness. And then the improved digestion, enhanced gut health and nutrient absorption. So many people are eating food, but they're still almost malnourished because the food that they're eating, and that's probably a little bit more prevalent here in the United States. But what's going on is they're just not absorbing the nutrients, and the nutrients aren't there. It's almost like fake food that people are eating these days, and it's so processed that there really isn't the nutrition there. And so enhancing the gut health and the nutrient absorption is also massive. And again, there is not anything in the market currently that is like this. There's over 3 years of proprietary research and development. They literally spent hundreds of millions of dollars in research of this, and figuring out how the best way to use it and things like that. The pharmaceuticals are pretty much 100% injections, and so here there's no needles, jabs, pokes, or stings. Both the raw ingredient and then our extract process, both of those are patented. Pharmaceutical grade manufacturing standards. And here's a big thing: direct to consumer for maximum accessibility. On the other ones, you have to go to the weight loss clinic. They run tests. They do different things like that to see if you qualify for it. And then you're going to spend about $600 on average. The other way is pharmaceutical. You have to go to an MD. You have to go visit the doctor. Some do it over the phone, some in person. And then if your insurance doesn't cover it, you're going to be spending about $1,500. And in 2026, because the drugs are so expensive, many insurance companies are only allowing these GLP products for certain things, like if somebody has type 2 diabetes at a certain level, then it might approve it. But just for weight loss, if there's not a whole lot of other health conditions, it's not approving it. And as mentioned, there's so many benefits of these products other than just fat loss or controlling the blood sugar. There's so many other benefits, and so many other people are starting to use these on a microdose level. But being able to have everybody have access to this in approximately 80 countries around the world, starting 12/12, that's massive. And literally about 90% less than what the pharmaceuticals are costing, and 60 to 70% less than the weight loss clinics. They do have the clinical studies. It has been proven to improve metabolic efficiency with clinical proven benefits in an active and targeted way. And that targeted is targeting the fat specifically. It targets specific pathways that helps to drive fat loss, protect overall muscle mass, and boost energy levels. And then the optimal mix stimulating GLP-1, GIP, which is for your metabolism, GLP-2, which is your gut health, and then work together as a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, which supports good energy, good health, and just a better quality of life.